Hello everyone, welcome here. I would like to state formally for the record that despite my occasional choices in video games and career and a whole bunch of other things, I am not, as far as I know, autistic. But anyway, let's play train game. Yeah, I'm just doing a new map. Standard difficulty seems fine, default size seems fine. I don't want to fiddle with it, I guess. Yeah. We'll just run everything default. Why not? Alright, I need to turn down the in-game music again as well. I already turned it down a bunch. Clearly wasn't enough. And while I have the game paused, let's just go nuke that bot. There. Alright. Warehouse. If you remember correctly, we want this in a pretty central location. Let's see. Now, if I was smart, I would probably build someplace over here. Because there's lots of resources here that I'm sure I'm going to want. Okay, let's put the warehouse like out here in the middle. Boom. No one said I had to put it close to the warehouse. We'll probably want a second warehouse over here. Okay. We'll put the small storage there. And then set the output storage. Yep, I remember how all this works. Mostly. I should have moved that over one tile so I could run this through. Yeah. Oh well. We'll do that, I suppose. Okay. Labor residences. Oh, come on. Let me have roads, damn it. Okay. Oh, that's how they're doing that. That's annoying. I really wish they wouldn't input searches for you, but anyway. Solvable issue. Hello, Ash. We're playing Sweet Transit. Which is a game I haven't played in a very long time. We played it a little bit when it first came out. And then haven't really touched it since. Okay, so if I remember correctly how this game works, the warehouse, any goods delivered here are available to use for construction. It doesn't matter where it is. And then the towns... Okay. Need a market. Put one right there beside the town hall. Okay. They automatically zoomed us in on those guys. I don't care about following them around. Now we need a sawmill. Okay, this is where we're going to diverge from their stupid little tutorial. We're going to put a sawmill. Great question. Where am I going to put it? We're going to put the sawmill over here, I think. Okay, we are not doing what they want us to do. Quite the opposite. If I can find the button for it. Where are my trains, damn it? Let's see, what unlocks trains again? Need 500 laborers, I think. Here. No, that's for local progression. Okay, I need 250 laborers to unlock coal mine. And to get a station, I need to build a coal mine. Okay. So we need a few more laborers. Looks like most of these houses are full already. Okay. Not really ideal, but anyway. We'll live with it. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, that's where I want to build across. Okay. Yeah, go away. I don't care about you. Alright. We're almost at 250. Then we have to build a coal mine. Colony name. Go away. Alright, coal mine. Do I have any coal that's not a million miles away? Yes, we do. Okay. Now, that gets us the station. Okay, first of all, though, we need a station there. Let's do a 6-long platform for now. Very temporarily. That's definitely not large enough. But we'll fix that in a bit. Okay. Now. I want the main station for the town to be fairly far away from the core of town. But I don't have that much room to waste right now, so we're going to be tearing most of this up and redoing it later anyway. Okay. This is in no way a large enough station, but it will do for now, TM. Okay. Now. Hopefully I have enough money for this. Okay, let me think. We're going to do a junction of some sort right here. Okay. Thought there was a way to... Okay. No, that doesn't work. Thought there was a way to set the exit direction, but I guess not. Alright, I need to signal this so I have some idea of what I'm doing before I get too far. Okay, chain signals. Okay. There we go. That should handle that easily enough. But this establishes pretty well what the direction of travel is going to be for this line. And then we'll wire the rest of that up with signals later. The important part, though, let me think for a second. Before I start laying any track through here. That connects to that. That connects to that. This, however, does not connect to this. Neither does that connect to this. That should be about right, I think. These go straight through, of course. Hello, Soup Stalker. Trains, indeed. No. That should be about right. This is going to be fun to signal, but... I think I screwed that up completely, but I'm not sure. Alright, anyway. Chain signal's in. Yeah, maybe. Nope. It's placing on the wrong rail. I need to make this larger if I want to have it work. How much larger do I need to go? Okay, these are the centers. Oh no, don't destroy the whole thing, just destroy that tile. There we go, much better. Those need to go back a tile. Okay, all these are 3 tiles away from the center now. I may want to move the signals back even more, but... Matter of fact, I'm going to do just that. Extend this out a little further. That way we have 4 tiles before the first signal. Alright, now. That needs to connect to that. And so on, around in a circle. It's definitely not the most efficient style of junction you've ever seen in your life. And then these need to connect to that. All the way around in a circle. Okay. And actually, I think we're going to have to bump these out a little bit, because I don't think I can put signals in the middle there. No, I can't. So ideally, we do something like that. Now, the real question is, actually, this may work out better. I have to see if this will allow signaling at all, actually. I don't think we can signal this either. Because we can't put a signal right there in that corner where I need it. Alright. Well, we're going to have to do that most hated of junctions due to signal limitations. That or we're going to have to settle for an inefficient junction. Nah, we're not settling for an inefficient junction. Well, we're going to settle for a partially inefficient junction because I'm not doing a roundabout. I freaking hate roundabouts. They're evil. Okay. Chain signals in. Standard signals. Actually, these need to be chain signals as well. This is just going to have to be a single block of its own. Okay. We cannot put a signal here at all. Okay. Go the hell away. I don't care about you. Okay. Forward along the route then. Which I should do back along the route. It might be a little more efficient. Okay. Now. Oh, this isn't going to work because these aren't split. Actually, wait. No, I forgot these outer signals. That's why I wasn't splitting. Okay. Yeah, this isn't terribly efficient. You can still have two trains in the junction at once. One making a turn that way, one making a turn this way, for example. But you can't have one crossing while one is turning. Because these aren't split right here. Did I save any blueprints? No, I didn't. Wow, their four-way blueprint is pretty not great. It's like this one, but more compact, actually. But it shares some tracks that mine doesn't share. Which doesn't matter because they're not split in the middle. To make this more, okay, I could make this way more efficient if these were split. Without them being split, it doesn't really matter that the turn tracks aren't separated because they can't take both of them at the same time anyway. The solution to this problem is actually pretty easy. And I want to do this junction correctly because this is going to be one of the highest throughput junctions eventually. Okay. The solution's pretty easy. You move it back a tile. I think this will work. Guess we'll find out. Now. That's wrong. That's also not where I want to place that. Okay. And no, I can't place a signal where I need it there. Damn it. Man, the signal placement rules in this are pretty brutal. Because I really need a signal right there. Okay. I wonder. Let's see what I have for junctions here. Okay, this is more like what I'm thinking I was going to need. Do I have anything that's a... Okay. Clearly, past Milo had some throughput problems here. Because that is a junction of all time for sure. What the hell did I do? Look. Oh, I know what I did. I think I went looking through my OpenTTD junction thing and found one. Because this is like... Yeah, we got 4 tracks running over to here. Then I built another one of those ginormous junctions. Okay, we can produce something smaller than that. This is what I want right here. See how they bump out to make room for signals and stuff? Where did I get... Okay, how exactly do I do this? Oh, I see. There we go. Could have sworn I saved all these to blueprints at some point in the past, but apparently not. Okay. That'll do. All right, back to our actual game. There we go. There we go. Move some redundant signals. Connect it up. Alright, let's take a look at this so I can get a better idea of how... Okay, so this isn't terribly efficient either, but it's more efficient. You see how it's more pieces? More blocks, more better, because then more trains can go through. So this can take a train going straight through on both sides at the same time, or a train turning while another train goes straight through, or two trains turning at the same time. Or basically, you can fit at least two trains into this junction going to any two destinations, really, as long as they're not actively crossing each other. Yeah, you just have to be a lot more proactive about separating your rails so that you can fit signals on them still. Okay, anyway, that's beside the point. Now, we need rails to the warehouse. And then up here, we need rails to go down here where the coal is. We're spending a lot of money on stuff that we really don't need to spend money on, honestly. Okay, we've been doing 6-length platforms so far. That is dreadfully inefficient. As far as that's pretty short. But we will be upgrading most of these to longer in the not too distant future. Okay, actually I screwed that up. There we go. Okay. Now, this is going to be an interesting train station. We'll put it here. We'll run that road to be future-proof. We'll likely want to build a bridge over to here later. Okay. Now, let's remove that. Boom. That should do. It's a pretty tight corner. It's not really going to work. It's definitely not the best approach in the world, but trains will be moving relatively slowly through here, so it'll be fine, TM. Okay. There we go. Screw off. I don't care about your advice. Not when it's inane bullshit like that. Okay, we've got a warehouse station, we've got a coal station, we've got a sawmill, which currently doesn't have trees. We have this station. Let's start signaling these places. Okay. There we go. Tiles between signals is at 4. That should be good enough. Okay. Boom. That one's too close. Now, one thing you do have to be careful of Oh, that's right. This doesn't have a continuous music mode, does it? Yeah, whatever. It's decided it doesn't want to play music. Anyway, one thing you do have to be careful of with signals in general is that sometimes, if they're too close together, you can get deadlocks. And no one likes deadlocks. But anyway. Alright, you need to be a chain signal. You need to be normal signals. Boom. That should do it quite nicely. And we have our chain signals for the exit. That station's signaled up. I believe everything is signaled. Now the thing we're missing is the train depot. Okay, where do we want this? Over by the warehouse somewhere is a good idea, I think. I don't want to block off this main line end. So I think we're just going to put it right there. We'll make it 6 long to start. Okay. Now we can start buying trains. First train we need is a passenger train. I need a train route for it as well. Which I don't remember the special button I need to press for routes. With that, yes it is. Okay. Select destination, Porto. Boom. Select the destination. Sawmill. Coal mine. Warehouse. Swap workers to all destinations. It's probably actually a bad idea to do it that way. I don't think the warehouse needs workers. Okay, Porto to sawmill, Porto to coal mine. Swap workers at each destination. The other thing we have to worry about is... Okay, output storage to there. Input storage from there. You, input storage, output storage. Okay, needs workers now. Oh, we got a bit of an issue here. Okay, anyway. The other thing we need is a coal train. It will go to the coal mine. And then to the warehouse. It'll unload. Okay. It should be enough for now. Now hopefully nobody runs out of fuel. Actually, I'm more correctly, they run out of fuel, they just go really slowly. Okay, where are you going? Why are you going to Porto? Oh. This isn't a full by 4 junction. Damn it. Yeah. This junction's not made quite right. I grabbed the wrong one, I think. It's missing the straight through rails on those sides. Well, at least it's running. So let's see if we can fix this while we're at it. Where did these rails branch out? Oh, I think I see why it's missing those. Ew, that's disgusting. Okay, why the hell is the game music not working? Oh, let's see if I can figure this out real quick. See if it's a known bug. Yeah, I don't see any obvious known issues. Well, let's try the guaranteed fix everything button. All right, now we're going to have to make this junction bigger. So, step one is make more room in the middle. And step two, okay, it looks like I had the straight crossovers actually one step out from there. You're finally going to try out Bannerlord War Cells getting this DLC over a month ago? I don't think I bought that DLC yet, and I really should. Because it looks cool, and I do like Bannerlord. I'll probably wait to buy it though until I am feeling a bit more, I don't know. I'm feeling Bannerlord again. Whatever that ends up meaning. Actually, okay, let me think about this for a second. Okay, that's the basic shape of things. Okay. Let's see if I can get this right. Hello, Colo. You put it off for so long, mostly because once you start, it won't stop. Yeah. I don't think this is gonna work for shit. Because this is what we're ending up with right now. And that is not great. Actually, this may be fine. Yeah, this might be fine. We'll have to see what the signaling ends up looking like when I start laying that all out. Okay. Screwed that up. There are T2 trains in Captain of Industry and they're adorable. I've got Captain of Industry on my wish list, but I'm not sure if I actually want to play it or not. It looks interesting, but also some things about it look not interesting. I'm kind of ambivalent about the whole thing. I'm unsure if I want to take the and spend the time and money on it. Okay, this is looking pretty solid as far as signaling opportunities go so far. It does have a pretty big problem. Namely, I'd really like to have these two split right there, but I can't. I'd have to move them out, and then that would interfere with other more important signals. So I'd have to make the junction even bigger. And I don't think that's reasonable or likely to ever happen. Okay. Now. I think this is about as good as we're going to get. Guess we'll find out if it doesn't work for shit. Let's see. Should at least work better than what we had. Is it too complicated to work? No. It's probably just complicated enough. Although, honestly, instead of this flat design, we'd be much better off if we went with a full clover leaf. Probably, but I don't have rail bridges, I don't think, yet, so we can't do that. Did you not actually pick up anything? I swear your order set to or load until done. Load for full cargo. Unload for empty cargo. Apparently until done does not mean until you're full, which would make sense. Alright, you skip step, go back to the coal mine. That's not really going to change anything, but we don't have workers there either. I see. That'll fix that problem, I guess. Okay, sawmill. You need wood storages. Maximum of 8. And tree nurseries. Maximum of 120. There we go. We've got a sawmill. We'll probably end up building another sawmill here. But this is what we've got for now. I don't currently have a route to actually pick people up from the sawmill. Or not pick up wood from the sawmill, I mean. So we need to fix that. Do not remove that route. Add new route. Sawmill. Warehouse. Full cargo. Empty cargo. Sawmill number 1. Okay. New train. These trains are all terrible. But anyway. Coal mine number 1. Okay. That'll work for now. How many workers do you actually need? 40? You've got 20 on hand. It looks like I'm not sure if we actually need more workers. I don't think we need more workers. They're just not being transported fast enough. Okay, we need longer trains. These stupid little trains are not long enough by any stretch of the imagination. Some places will be much easier to fix than others. But this was enough to get us started. For starters, we need more bays here. Okay. That'll work well enough. Except it won't actually. Because I need another station platform over there. And why did they build them 6 long again? I don't know, I'm an idiot, that's why. Okay. We've got to start though. Now, larger. Let's go make him 12. We can do all this without problems because of the way the blocks are designed right now. Oops. Okay. That will allow stations that are twice as long. Or trains that are twice as long. Although we will need to increase the size of our train depot first. We might not have the bricks for that. Not entirely sure. So we won't go wasting a huge amount of time on this just yet. Okay. Now. Yeah, we can do double long trains here. Okay. Ready for future expansion? I'm not going to modify the size of that right now. I'm not going to modify this either for now. Okay. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be plenty of space. Might even technically be a little more than we need. There we go. Okay, good enough for who it's for. Everything is ready for longer trains except the depot and the main stop here. Now, I can't remember if you can just expand a train depot or not. Apparently not. All right. Let's look at our progression here. We want the global progression. Potatoes, we need 400 laborers. And that gets us stoneworks. How far do we need to go to get bricks? Pretty far, okay. I don't remember if there's a way to get bricks if I run out or not. Alright, but anyway, we need more laborers, long story short. Before we start building more laborers, though, I want to make this station larger. So, we don't really have room to expand the station out this way, which would be my preference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Boom. Boom. Okay, just in case I want to add a 4th bay, we'll prepare for that. And that connects to there. Okay. That'll do quite nicely. Connect that to there. Then we just delete the unnecessary rails now. Delete the unnecessary signals. Okay. We will have to modify a little bit more to get this fourth rail working, which is why I'm not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and make this larger while we're at it. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Okay. Yeah, a 12 long depot would cost us 120 bricks, which we don't have. Which is deeply unfortunate, because I would really like a longer depot. Should have thought of that before I built that, I guess. Okay, what happens if I delete this? It gives me back 60 bricks, so we get all our bricks that we spent on it back. Okay, well we can't do a 12 long depot. But we can do a 10 long. Okay. Okay, that'll work. Aren't you two connected? Oh, it's trying to load at station. Oops. I need to fix that. I thought I changed it to unload. I did not. Okay, there we go. Now we've got wood being delivered. Or we darn well better have wood being delivered. There we go. Now it woke up. Now are you going to do what you're supposed to do? Now you're doing what you're supposed to do. Okay. Oh, I need a courier for this, don't I? Okay. Now, that needs workers, which means we need to run the worker train past here. Okay, we need more worker trains. Now, what I should do... Well... What I could do if I was 100% sure that these trains were going to run continuously would be just put a worker car onto the existing train going to someplace and bring workers to a central location and transport them out from there. However, that's not a very good idea because reasons. So let's go ahead and create a small worker train. Okay. Swap workers, swap workers. That should be good enough. Okay. This doesn't need to be a very large train at all. So it's a minimum size one. Now, we need to fix the worker situation as well. Okay, you are sawmill number 1. Let's rename our stations so they're not quite as ugly looking. Okay, then you... be Porto Central. Okay. Where is the worker train for the warehouse? Why are you going way the hell out there? Definitely should have just been able to make that corner. There's not like missed signaling or anything going on. No, there shouldn't be. Alright, well, whatever. We need more workers. I need more wood to get more workers. To get more workers, I need to get... to get more wood, I need more workers here to transport the wood over. To get more workers to transport the wood over, I need more wood. Roger that. Is there a place I can change the priority? This changes the number of workers that are requested. Maybe if I tweak that up a little bit. It doesn't change priority though, unfortunately. Okay, we did get some workers. Okay, they are being transported back the fastest. I don't know why they went way down here last time. Or not last time, but a time where I was looking. Alright, I need to change the way the worker routes work. So, main passengers, this needs to be split into 2 routes. Because it's too slow hauling the way it is. It's not a high priority though, it's working. Okay, workers have arrived. They're transporting wood over. We now have wood available to build things. Yay! Alright. Now, I'm going to regret this town design later. But that sounds an awful lot like a future Milo problem. And screw that guy. And the reason I'm going to regret this town design is because I know full well that, eventually I'm going to have more of these markets everywhere. And they're going to have a bunch of materials delivered. And the best way to do that by a mile is to have a train run through the middle of town with stations. But we'll build a proper town with a much better design later. Okay, potatoes. Let's get rid of those temporary rails that I was using to planning junctions. And then, where should I put a potato farm? I don't want to cap off this or this, despite that being the easy way to do it. Good old simple T junction. It's probably our best bet. Dump one in like right here somewhere. Doesn't have to be anything terribly fancy. Unlike the X junction, I'm fairly sure that this one is actually sane and usable. Okay. Now, potato field. Let's start by placing a small station. Like so. We'll do a 12 long platform. Double track. Okay. Boom. Easy game. Chain signal in. Standard signal out. Okay, good enough for who it's for. You. Potato farms number 1. Build 1 potato farm to start with. Okay. Good enough for who it's for. All right, now we need 2 routes. We need potato farm number 1. Workers. Okay. Swap workers, swap workers. And then the next route. Potato farm number 1. Goods. Okay, 1. And we'll take these directly to Porto Central for now, I think. We're not going to have any kind of central warehousing for potatoes just yet. Later. Okay, full cargo, empty cargo. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get some trains. We could do 5-car trains. We're just going to do a 4-car train for this. That'll be good enough. Could always retrofit it larger if need be later. Okay, now let's fix the sawmill routes. Okay, you are sawmill number 1. Goods. I don't know why the music stopped again. That's annoying. It's just not playing for some reason. Alright, anyway. Sawmill number 1. Workers. Okay, swap workers, swap workers. Now we need 2 trains. Should need 1 train. The other one already has a train. I do want to refit you though. We'll add a couple more cars to it. I'm going to actually modify the route here a little bit. If I can. There we go. That way we have a shortcut to get back from the depot. Okay, you. Can I modify you somehow? Okay. First of all, you get the hell out of here. I don't want to add new train. There should be a button here somewhere. To let me modify trains. I can do that. That works. We'll go ahead and make it maximum length. That'll work. Okay. Now. These are producing as required. That's good. Oh, the sawmill station was one of the ones that wasn't actually modified with longer. It was modified so it could take longer bays, but it never actually got them. I should go through here and add the extra bays to all of these. Okay. Everybody now has 12 long stations. The way they're supposed to. Alright, there's a couple of residents that are complaining they don't have jobs. That's fine. It's a lot better than the alternative. Now, I need to put in a courier shack. Okay, that should do. Alright, we've unlocked a whole bunch of shit. Now, we can start making cut stone. Somewhere around here. I should be able to see my good consumption speed. I thought. It looks like we're still okay on fish, but I'm not sure how okay we are on fish. Like, how many fish are you guys consuming? Is there a way to tell? I thought there was somewhere. Okay, guess not. Now that just tells us... I'd really like to know my consumption per minute. Yeah. Oh well. Alright. Stone. As much as I'd like to build a stonework, that's a bad idea right now. We need to figure out where to build a quarry. Okay. Um, we've got a bunch of coal over here. We've also got a bunch of clay over here, I think. Is that clay? Yeah, it's clay. And some iron. So this will be a regular mining area. Probably quite a large one. With either a quite large station here shared between the two sides or something similar. Probably we might have a large... Yeah, just multiple smaller stations tied into one system. Likely. Anything else would be a little too cumbersome. But if I put the coal station back here, we can combine that with stone mining. Okay. I'm just going to call this Mega Mines. Mega. There we go. Okay. Now, station platforms. 12 long. Let's make this nice and big. That should be more than we will ever need. Let me tie all these together. I want to leave a bit of space here just in case I want to add another one out here. Well, screw it. We'll just add another one out there to start with. Because you never know. Now, yeah, that'll do. Signals. split that up a little bit for efficiency. It won't really provide much in the way of efficiency, but it will make it possible that a train could enter be halfway into the far bay while another one's coming into the close bay. So it'll help a little bit. Yeah, currently this station's not very impressive, but someday it'll have a lot of trains going through here, I think. Alright. Somebody ran out of fuel. Uh-oh. You know what that tells me? It tells me I've been a very bad designer and forgot to send fuel to someplace. Which one are you? You are a potato farm. Workers. Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay. We need a train to haul some fuel to Porto Central from the warehouse. It's easy enough to do. Doesn't need to be very big. Main passengers, actually I forgot to change this. You don't haul to Sawmill anymore. You are now coal mine number 1. Passengers. No. Workers. There we go. All right, now, new one. You go from the warehouse. There we go. You are Porto Central fuel. Load, unload. Full cargo. Empty cargo. Filter. Coal. Filter. Coal. Boom. Boom. Go. Okay. Why are you going way out around to load at the warehouse station? You should just be able to take this loop here. Okay, it was going to take that loop. It just decided to draw... Oh, that's its route it's drawing, not its actual path it's taking. Okay, I see. I understand now. Alright, that problem will shortly be solved. Now, back to the problem I was having over here. Namely that we're working on this route. It's not actually a problem. At least not in so much as it was not completely solvable. Okay, now... Signals all placed. Now to actually build the mines here, we need a quarry. Well, we need a road first. Then we need a quarry. And then we need up to 4 of those. Set input and output storages. Alright, 1 quarry for now. We need to set up 2 routes. One go from Porto Central. One go to the mines. Swap workers. Okay, name change. Mega mines. Workers. Second new route. You go from the mines to the warehouse. Wait, what? Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay. Load, unload, add weight condition, full cargo, empty cargo, add filter, stone. I need 2 of these routes. Is there a way I can copy a route? Yes, there is. Okay. Mega mines, stone. Duplicate route. Mega mines. Sand. Add filter. Sand. Add filter. Sand. All right. Beautiful. New train. Actually, oh, where's the new locomotive button? I don't want to deploy this train yet when I can just make a new one. There we go. Okay, sand, stone. Yeah. And workers. All right, deploy everybody. That should take care of that problem. Now, what's next? We are going to need to transport stone to here to make cut stone, or we're going to have to build our cut stone industry over here, which is a bad idea, I think. Don't remember exactly how industries worked as far as cut stone. I think they have to be in a town, but I don't remember for sure. Oh yeah, they have to be in a town because they require the town to be of a certain size to even be able to be allowed to build them. That's right. Okay. Let's build 2 stoneworks. Now, we're going to have to add a new train. I don't remember if stone and cut stone require a different style of... Yes, they do. Okay. Let me check something. This needs water. Okay, I'll take care of that problem. This consumes 13 a minute, produces 20 a minute. Okay. So we want 2 of those. And then we want 3 of these. Because this train is going to be an interesting one. New route. Porto stone cutters. Destination. Warehouse. Destination. Portal Central. Now, we need visit. Should I need to have load and unload at the same time? Isn't there a swap cargo option? There's not a swap cargo option. Ooh. Load. Okay, what happens if we do visit? Can we specify? For full cargo. Yeah, no, this isn't going to work. The options to adjust trains isn't... Okay. Well, we're going to have to expand the size of that station then, for sure. We're going to need more bays for waiting. Okay, load. Add filter. Stone. Full cargo. Unload. Add filter. Stone. Empty cargo. Bordeaux. Raw stone. Okay. And then we'll do another one. Bordeaux. Cut stone. Okay. Load. Cut stone. Full cargo. Unload. Cut stone. Empty cargo. Okay. You will take raw stone and you will take cut stone. And that's when I realized I didn't actually deploy a worker thing for this. No, I did. Oh, did I give it the wrong? Aha. You, train number 8, are not supposed to be coal mine number 1. You are supposed to be Megamines workers. Okay. Now that that's been solved, let's go ahead and fix some issues we have here. Namely, that we really need a few more bays. We probably need more bays than this, honestly. But that'll at least help. Let's put a couple more bays in. They don't have to be fully finished yet. But we can put the basic infrastructure in. Okay, then we just have to finish up this side when we need them. That'll do. All right, lovely. Of course. I don't know why I didn't see that coming. Our train goes and pulls into one of the bays. It's not done yet. instead of, you know, checking to make sure its destination is routable. Oh well. All right. That does mean also I should go ahead and put in another... No, we'll leave this one without a bay. It'll work fine for now. Okay, you're here to pick up cut stone. Yeah. Well, we don't have any of that yet, I don't think. Partially because the train that's supposed to be delivering the normal stone isn't here yet. Partially because this hasn't received workers yet. Where's the worker train for the Mega Mine? You're a potato farm. Okay, you're the Mega Mine workers. It's finally headed out. Alrighty. Most of our trains are pretty slow at this point. Okay. Not a whole lot we gotta do at this point, except wait. We can't build cotton farm until we have more cut stone. We can start putting in a station for it, though. We'll put it right along this track here, I think. Okay. Beautiful. Now, station there. Nice 12 long platform. There we go. Okay, now. We do that. And that. Boom. Okay. Getting ahead of the game here a little bit. We don't need cotton, but now we have a station waiting for it. All ready to go. And I might as well get started putting together routes. Okay, well that unlocked cotton right away. Pretty sure we didn't need that fish. We seem to have plenty of it. Whatever. We can't build cotton until we have stone. Or wait. Yeah, no, we don't have enough cut stone yet. We are cutting stone though, right? No? We are producing cut stone, right? Yes, finally. 30 a minute. Okay, we should probably build a few more quarries. Okay, how much are we actually consuming here? Not very much. Okay, so we're massively overproducing stone, but that's fine. We can just use it up when we need it. At least things should hopefully start moving in the right direction soon. Oh, they want us to produce 60 stone a minute to unlock more stuff. Actually, okay, yeah, sure, why not? Let's. Oh wait, that should be 60 a minute once workers get delivered. Okay, we're good. We're good. That should unlock us the tram and the train stop, aka the small station that goes inside of a town, with which we can make the town a little more efficient. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and set up routes. Cotton farm, number 1. Workers. Portal Central. Do cotton farm, swap workers. Okay. Cotton farm number 1. Cotton. We'll haul it directly to Porto Central. There's no need for cotton to go through the warehouse. Honestly, we could probably just not have stone brought to the warehouse as well. Because I don't think raw stone's used for construction. Just cut stone. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, train 12. Go to the depot. He doesn't have anything loaded anyway. Remove route. Okay. Okay. That'll work. Where's train 12? We should be in the depot. There it is. Wait, is this even the right kind of train? Those are flatbeds. I think they were supposed to be... Yeah, that might not even work because it might have been the wrong kind of stone. Oops. Or not wrong kind of train car. Alright, well, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. Because we do still have the cut stone train, I think. Oh, wait. Damn it. Did I screw that up? I did. That was the cut stone one. For some reason I just named it stone instead of raw stone. Oops. Okay, we deleted the wrong one. That's fine. We can fix this very easily. Okay. Now. You are supposed to be going to the depot. You are supposed to be going to the depot. Well, that's why we have that shortcut through there. So when they inevitably do a dumb, they can just go back. Okay, anyway, that's all solved, fixed, whatever. Supposed to be anyway. Have we received our first load of stone yet? No, we haven't. Looks like the train's about half full. It says we're producing 50 out of 60 stone a minute, which these say that they're producing 30 each. That should be 60. Just hasn't updated yet. Alright. There we go. We've unlocked the trams. Alright. Looks like we need one more fishing dock to unlock. Some crap I don't actually care about. Okay. Why'd I bother then? Alright. Oh, we're just waiting for stone to arrive. Which is where we've been waiting for a while now. Because it turns out quarries are slow. Who knew? Probably should have run smaller trains, honestly, but... yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and put in another coal mine. That should double our coal production, which we've been keeping up fairly well on that so far. Okay. We could spend some stamps on something. These increase storage capacity. I don't think I care about any of those right now. The build ranges... I don't think I care about right now either at this moment. I'm going to save my stamps until I actually have a need for spending any of them. Because we got plenty of space for the moment. Alright. We're going to need wheat fields soon. Don't know if I should start building another farm station for that. We'll wait and see. Because I'm probably going to want to... start thinking about different settlements soon. Because this settlement's kind of... yeah, it exists. Okay, there goes sand, which means stone will be shortly behind it. Yep, stone train's full. It's just waiting for the sand train to get out of the way. Okay. Very nice. Now that we finally have raw stone coming in. Yeah. So I'd really like to build a much larger town somewhere else. Because this town, it was pretty decent for starting. I did leave some room to build things that I'm going to want. But I didn't leave enough room. I would very much like to have more room. It'll do for a while longer. Yeah, it'll do for a while longer. Those are too close to the junction. Okay, cut stone, normal stone's coming in. We're finally producing cut stone. Not in huge quantities or anything, but some. How much population do I have and how much is unused? People aren't complaining about not having jobs. That means I probably shouldn't stamp out a whole bunch of stone cutters and hope it works. Not without increasing our population some more. Although it does look like we have plenty of potatoes here. We definitely have plenty of fish. So we could stamp out a bunch more population without any real effort. Got at least a little bit more space pre-prepared for exactly that. Okay. Yeah, you can't do a bridge with a kink in it. I'm pretty sure you can with stone bridges, though. Guess we'll see once we have those unlocked. Which we won't for at least a little while yet. What's the cut stone train carry? 500? It's gonna take a little while to fill him up. That's fine, though. Alright. Now. There we go. Stone bridge unlocked. Not that we can actually build any yet, because the stone isn't actually been transported to the warehouse. But it will be enough for me to test. No, it's probably only the railway bridges that you can actually... no. Okay. I know there is a later... Not a bridge or whatever, but... There is a later thing you can build that will allow you to... like raised rails or something. Don't remember what they require, though. Whatever it is, we don't have it yet. Okay, we do have a smattering of complaining about not enough jobs. So, I do need more stone cutters. I can remember where they are in the list. There they are. Okay. That should solve that problem quite nicely. I don't remember when we unlocked the large... Okay, I don't care about stamps. I do care about the progression. When do I unlock large stations? We unlock our first electric train once we build a coal plant. That's fine. We unlock the next grade of engine once we're producing 60 per minute cut stone. Okay. Alright, we need a bunch of cut stone to be delivered soon. How full are you? About half full almost. Okay, how much cut stone are we producing per minute? About 46, 48. Okay, let's add a couple more stone cutters. Alright. Part of the reason why I left these gaps is so I could boost town attractiveness if I needed to. They have served their purpose. Alright, hopefully this will get our cut stone amount up. I should probably use a warehouse. To collect the cut stone and then ship it to the... Okay. And then we'll set up a courier. That should work. I don't know if that did anything useful or not, but it probably didn't, honestly. I think what we probably should have actually used is a distribution center. Okay. I don't remember exactly how these damn things work. They're basically like a super courier workshop combined with a storage, remember correctly. Um, yeah, I don't remember how this works. Okay. It takes stone. It outputs it to there. No. It outputs cut stone to there. Okay. Then you guys all connect to the distribution center. Okay, that courier shack is no longer useful. This storage should empty out fairly quickly. Why is it still receiving goods? Ah, damn it. I need to put a courier shack back in temporarily. Take small storage, portal central. Okay, that'll empty it out. It was still receiving goods, I think, because there were still some people running around. Why the hell are you accepting potatoes? Do not take potatoes. No potato. Why in the hell would it want to try to accept potatoes? Okay. Now. I don't remember how the specialization bonus works, but I'm going to assume it does. It doesn't seem to be now, though. Anyway. Doesn't matter. It's all working anyway. Oh, the stone train's not there anymore. It is filling up. Okay, actually, how much stone are we consuming right now? I can see its max throughput. Anyway, we got a delivery of cut stone, so it's time to stop screwing around and actually use it. That should immediately make everyone in the town a little happier. Cotton farms. I can build those now. Put one right there. Oh, oops. Okay. Now, put the storages in. Add more fields. Then we just need to hook up the trains. We already have the routes made. You are an old train I don't need. Okay. Yeah, new train. Suppose we might as well start replacing everything. Okay, you're the cotton farm. You're a cotton farm worker. Oh. Is there an easy way to upgrade my trains? Without having to send them all back individually? There we go. Oh, we're too low on money to upgrade everything. We upgrade a bunch of things, though. And we're making money, so we just have to wait for a little bit. Yeah. I probably should, instead of wasting all my money upgrading all my trains. We need to build some clothing shops. Input storage. Output storage, that'll do. Not ideal, but it'll do. Looks like we're a little short on workers. Well, that's easy enough to fix. Oh, part of the problem is that we're not receiving cotton yet. Okay, how full are you? You're full enough. I need the cotton now, not next year. Because the cotton should help with hopefully getting more money. Okay. Shirt production is online. Now. Everybody's all shirted up. Oh yeah, that raised our money income by a ton. Okay. I think everything's upgraded to ST20s now. Looks like it. Why do I have 2 train 2s? Oh, that's an ST10, train 3. Okay. There's one that got missed along the way. Yeah, we're making way more money than we were just a little bit ago. Okay. Then we need to run around. We need to find all the little trains that are just too short and send them back to depot to get more cars added. Here's one that needs to be upgraded. You're running out of goods. Oh no. Okay, well I'm not sure what kind of goods I'm running out of, because it didn't tell me. I'm going to assume it's probably shirts, though. Yeah. We're just not producing them quite fast enough, probably. We have plenty of everything else available. We're not dreadfully short on them. We're just not quite keeping up. Oh well. Looks like we've got all the trains. Yeah, looks like we've got all the trains. Okay, good. So everything should be ST20s, which I believe are faster, if nothing else. Okay, you are a deliberately short train that takes coal to Porto Central. I should probably make it a deliberately slightly longer train, though. So, send to depot. Okay. Let's get it a little longer. Now, what other short trains do we have? Various passenger trains are short, most of those deliberately. I'd like to replace those with other kinds of trains. You haul coal from the mines to the warehouse. I'd like to make you longer. We'll do that once he unloads. Okay, send to depot. Go, go, go. How much is waiting at the mines? Lots. Okay, good. You're a passenger train. That's fine if you're short. Okay, we've got a lot of passenger trains. I should start instituting a new standard for passenger trains, though. Because we have better stuff. Okay, the ST20 is 35 kilometers top speed. The SDF-10, I think its special thing is that it can drive in either direction, which we don't care about. Yeah, it can drive in either direction. Okay, and the TT-10 is slow, but it hauls passengers without needing additional cars. So we don't actually want that. Okay, no, we don't want to change anything about our passenger trains right now, then. Okay. Yeah, we better make some modifications here. We're running low on Okay. We're running low on available waiting bays. The warehouse is too important to... We're gonna call it. Alright. How are we doing on shirts? Not great. That's how we're doing on shirts. Let's go ahead and put in another shirt factory. Now, how much cotton are we actually producing? Producing 40 cotton a minute. These each consume 30. No, they consume 15. Produce 30. Okay. Yeah, we're good then. We'll need to produce a little more cotton farms if we want more cotton. Technically. Okay. Now, somewhere in here there's overlays. I don't remember how to trigger them. There we go. Desirability overlay. It doesn't show that we have any issues here. I think we're good. Okay. So the only thing we need to provide yet for laborers is bread. Which, to unlock that, we need... Oh, we're short on wood. What's consuming all the wood? Doesn't really look like there's much actually consuming the wood. We're just not producing very much of it. So we can fix that relatively quickly. Go ahead and put another sawmill right there. Bunch of trees. Oh, it needs to be connected. It can't be on the other side of the road. That's annoying. Okay. Well then. It's easy enough to fix. Okay, that should double our wood production. Which should help. But I'd still like to know what's consuming it all. Upkeep. I see. I didn't realize upkeep was a thing, honestly. Looks like we're doing fine on fuel. How are we doing on fuel for Portal Central? Fine. It's a lot better than it was for a while. Looked like we might start running low on that, but we've turned that around for sure. Okay. Now, what do I actually need to build wheat farm? I need to unlock it. I need to reach a population of 1,700 laborers. Okay, we're full up on shirts. So that's good news. I'm going to go ahead and build another distribution center. If I can remember where they're located. Okay. Input, cotton. Add filter, output, close. Okay. There we go. I don't know why this stupid one insists on having potatoes in its inventory. And I can't get rid of them. It's specifically filtered not to accept them. But, oh well. That should provide us a little bit of storage buffer for both the cotton and the clothing. What even is that courier shack delivering? Potatoes, that's what's delivering. Okay. Roger that. Yeah, I don't really know if this is what you're supposed to use distribution centers for, but I don't mind. They seem to be doing the job fine. Yeah, anyway. Now, let's go ahead and increase our population some. To do that, I'm going to put in a block of housing over here. And they are just far enough away from that. All right. Wait. I can't upgrade to that? Oh, here we go. Okay. That gets the market range extended just a little bit. Not quite enough, though. Alright, well. Boom. That'll fix their wagon. That way I don't have to go for a second market. But that is a warning sign that this town design is on its last figurative legs. We can't make it much larger before we start running into issues. Okay. And there we go. Bakery. Tools shop. It doesn't actually unlock the wheat we need for the bakery. But it allows us to build it in this town should we have the materials available, which we don't. The tool shop we can't build because we need steel, which is a ways off yet. Storage tank. Stores liquids, apparently. Okay, we don't have any liquids to worry about right now. Okay. We need a few more houses. We just need to get to 1700. And that'll get us everything we need for max laborers. And then we'll need to upgrade to the next tier of citizen or whatever. Remember correctly. Looks like we need one more house. Alright. That should hopefully do it. Yeah, there's not enough work for everyone, but that's fine. We're going to fix that in a minute. Okay, wheat farm's unlocked. Now, I don't have a setup for this currently. So, where should I put it? I kind of want to put it across from the cotton farm. And I remember correctly, this particular junction is designed to be extensible in that you can just paste over top of it. This isn't a full cross over junction. It's more of two back-to-back T junctions. So you don't have a fast path to get from one side to the other going both directions. But for this case where we have two stations built off either side of it, it is exactly what we want. Okay. Boom. Okay, that is exactly what we want. Now you are... wheat farm number 1. Go ahead and make a pair of routes for it. Okay, swap workers. Wheat farm number 1. Workers. Apply. New route. Okay, load, unload. Full cargo. Empty cargo. Let's just go ahead and add a wheat filter just in case. Wheat farm number 1. Wheat. Okay, now 2 trains. Train number 1 is an ST20 with coal tender and 2 wagons. And it gets the workers. And then number 2 is an ST20 with a coal tender. And I believe gondola wagons. Yes. Damn it. Okay, stop it. I want to select this one, damn it. Okay, fine. Get out of here. Okay, we need to actually build a wheat farm now. Boom. There we go. Now, back in town. We need to find the industry. Bakery. Consumes wheat, produces bread. How much does this produce? Produces 120. Okay, we should be able to run 2 bakeries then. Okay. Now, I want a distribution center, which I don't need probably, but I want anyway. You will input from there, output to there, add filter, wheat, add filter, bread, input and output to the distribution center. Okay. How much do you, oh, you're almost full already. Okay, awesome. Okay, first load of wheat's headed to town. Just in time. That station's really too small. Yeah, we got trains waiting to get in. Okay, well, we can add another Another bay. We still have room. Technically, we have room. We could add 2 more bays. Although the routing for the rails would be a little more complicated. Yeah, long story short, we do not want to make the town of Porto any larger than it is. It's already getting too large. Matter of fact, we're going to trim back some of the housing. Oh, here's where consumption is. Okay. That's useful. Okay. If you actually click the town center, we can see how much the town is consuming of everything that it is consuming. Alrighty. Well then, what do we have to unlock next? Clay pits. So we'll finally get bricks, which can mean we can finally build even bigger trains if we wanted to. We need to produce 120 bread a minute to unlock that. We should actually have the capability of doing that with what we built already. Okay. We've almost unlocked the ability to build the coal power plant. We just need a few more laborers. Okay. Well, there's the clay pit. And now if we build the clay pit, we can get the ability to build the brickyards. Well, conveniently, out here in the arse end of nowhere, by Megamine Station, we have clay. And that is partially why the station's so large, because I intended to build clay and iron production feeding into this station. At least that is the plan. However, it is 10:34. So I don't think we're going to... I don't think we're going to do that tonight. Tomorrow, probably. Our route's not terribly impressive right now. Or our, not route, network. It's a bit small. We've got... Yeah, we need to increase the size of the town by a lot. The station for it's too small. The town itself needs to be designed a little bit better around... well, we could fix the station size and continue going for quite a while, I guess. But I really want to build something that has in-town trams. Which means I really need to build a nice large place somewhere else. If we go ahead and save our game. And if we go look at our old game, which I believe is this one. Yeah, like look at this town. It's got multiple big supply arteries down the middle. There's 4 big tram stations in the corners, which are for passengers, if I remember correctly. Yeah, these are just for passengers. And then down the center, there's supply trains that carry all the stuff needed for the what are columns? The markets. Each end of the city has a big market that supplies that whole half of the city. The city definitely has potential to grow too. I'm not going to copy it identically for definitely. We're going to build something different. Build our own thing. Got a large station here. There's the warehouse station. Big old gigantic thing. How large did I make this depot? Yeah, how large are these? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 long. Okay. We definitely don't have all 16 long trains or anything, but there's waiting bays for the town stations. Yeah, we have the Guatemala City Industrial Station and then the Guatemala City Station. I don't remember what all comes into each. Oh yeah, Guatemala City is definitely... I forgot this. The in-town tram stations had their own little waiting bays and a completely separate network, complete with its own separate depot. But it was still part of the Guatemala City Station, so that passengers would just be considered to be in whichever one. So then passengers from the town, they went to their nearest local tram station. And then from the tram station, they went to the main station. And this is where all of the main town supplies were dropped off. So all the goods for people to eat and stuff like that. Stuff that goes to the markets. I'm not sure why we're not supplying fish to these markets. Probably are, just not fast enough. I do remember one problem with this system is that it wasn't fast enough. Oh yeah, the goods trains though. The goods trains didn't actually use these small stations. They went to... Did they reload at Guatemala City Industrial? That was a decision, for sure. Yeah, here's the fish train waiting. Well, this isn't terribly well designed either, honestly. The town itself is cool, but I'm definitely not getting the train throughput through here that I need. The tram stations are really cool. That appears to be working fine. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's 10:40. It is time to end the stream. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll figure out how to make damn game music work properly. And if I don't, I don't. But anyway, tomorrow I think we'll play more Sweet Transit. Yeah. Thursday, of course, will be more Far Cry 2. Um, Friday will be EDF. And then Saturday and Sunday will be Valheim. Yeah. And we'll probably keep playing Sweet Transit until I get tired of it, which will probably be a few more weeks. But anyway. For tonight, though, is anyone streaming anything on the old follow list? No, they're not. Okay. Well, I don't think we're ready anyway then. Hopefully, I see you all back here tomorrow for more train shenaniganry. And I will see you all later. Good night and goodbye.